Yes, so let us enter the first chapter, Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Different ways you can name the chapter, but I've named it as Arjuna's Yoga of Lamentation. In this chapter, every chapter, I'll tell you one line, the chapter gets over. Different reactions to the same battlefield. That's the first chapter, finished, over. Now let us just go a little detail. You know, these three personalities are there. I don't think the introduction for you, Arjuna, you know, Dhritarashtra, you know, Duryodhana. All the three looked at the battlefield, had a different reaction. Dhritarashtra's reaction is more like Tamoguda, same situation. Tamasic person, how will react. And Arjuna, and this is Duryodhana, like a Rasic person, he reacted. And Arjuna reacted as a Satik, the hero of Bhagavad Gita. And anyway, both of them vanished after some time. This is the first verse, Bhagavad Gita begins, Dhritarashtra Vacha, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyusavaha, Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva Kim Akurvada Sanjaya. Very easy. In fact, you can very easily, don't think you need to know Sanskrit to understand Bhagavad Gita. That's why I told you the course material. You can just go to online, type Bhagavad Gita as it is. And you can see every shloka, word over meaning, translation is there. And I'm reading it in English, but I can pronounce same. Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Just on the vowel there is Dirgha. That makes the whole thing. Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyusavaha Mamaka Pandavas Chaivat Kim Akurvat Sanjaya. Just study word over meaning, but that itself you know enough Sanskrit for your understanding and teaching other people. So I'm symbolizing this by an interesting story of the milk. Now the milk, whenever housewarming, one of the things is done, we boil the milk. And then that is like Dharma Kshetra, holy place. Dharma means a holy. Kshetra, the place. Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra. Mamaka Pandava. Why this kind of a statement of Dhritarashtra is like breaking the milk. You know, when you put, there's somebody is making fight. In Karnataka, we say, don't put lemon in milk. Don't break the milk. Don't break the family. So he was breaking the family by such kind of statement. They are also his children. His brother has died. Even today, somebody's brother dies. The elder brother takes care of the children of younger brother, his own children. But Dhritarashtra's mind was very politicized. My sons, the sons of Pandu. Why is he breaking the family like that? That's not good. In fact, he used to call only his sons as Kauravas. Both are Kauravas because Kuru, like Yadu, is a great king in the history. They both are descended from the Kuru. Both are Kauravas. No, my sons are inheritors of the kingdom, Kaurava. They are Pandavas. Kima Kurvat. What did they do? Why Rasgulla here? Suppose I give you Rasgulla and ask, what did he do? That means I doubt what you will do. Like India, China at the border, so many days we are all already corona problem. On top of that, that insects came and ate all the crop. Okay, that is not enough. Now this one, China, all these things have to happen together. So everybody was worrying what is going to happen. India, China armies are gathered together. We don't know what every day, first thing, what happened there. We have already enough problems. Kimakurva. So what did they do? Every day we are anxious. Maybe they make a peace and they come back. And I heard presently things are on a better side. They are a little receding. We don't know. So Kimakurva. Similarly, Pandavas and Kauravas, the collective, what did they do? He wants to know. My sons, the sons of Pandu, gather together. Mamaka Pandavas Cheva. Kimakurvata. What did they do? Like Rasgulla, did he eat or not? So using the milk in 3 stages, I have tried to finish the shloka, explain. Now let us go. This was Dhritarashtra. Why I put him more as a tamasic? He was the king. He could have stopped everything. In fact, after the peace offer, that little Mahabharata, Krishna, I read Mahabharata from Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam carries a cream, doesn't go into politics and other things. And Krishna gave the message and he was coming back. At that time, Dhritarashtra ran to Krishna. And he said, I'm sorry. I know what is right, but I can't do it. Krishna announced, look at, here is the king, says he cannot do something. The king, you are a king and not able to do something, definitely that is just sleeping. You are not doing your duty. In fact, Uddhava had also met Dhritarashtra much time before and he said, what are you doing? He went to Kunti. Krishna wanted to know how Pandavas are faring because Pandavas are his relatives from his father's sister, Devaki children. So, father, sister, Kunti's children. So he asked the question, Uddhava to Kunti, how are you? He said, my God, they gave just poison to Bhima. These people want to kill my children. I'm in so much anxiety. And she was crying. Uddhava could not stand, straight went to Dhritarashtra. What is this? You should take them like your own children. You cannot do that. At least take them like your subjects. You cannot kill them. So Dhritarashtra, I know Krishna is God, but I can't control myself. That's called tamoguna. The animal can say like this, I can't control myself, but a human being should not speak like this. No, I know my son is crazy, but when I see him, affection is so much, I lose control on myself. So I put him in one category that he should have actually done so many things which he never did. Now this is second personality. Pashyatam Pandaputranam Acharya Mahdim Chamum Yudam Drupadar Putrena Tavasashena Dhimata. Oh, my teacher. There's a second speaker in Bhagavad Gita. His mentality is out. Behold the great army sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. Now look at him, son of Drupada. Now each word is insulting. It's basically more or less an insult to, just wait again, this has come. This was the previous shloka, now let us proceed. Yeah. Pashyatam Pandaputranam Acharya Mahatim. He was actually in a stage of fear and he never imagined they will bring such a nice army. He thought half an hour I'll finish. What if I am the king and I have Bhishma Drona with me? But in his anxiety, he's doing something which he never do. He's offending, insulting his guru before beginning a war. Now you are bringing everything unauspicious to you. When Arjuna began the war, even though he was on opposite side, he threw an arrow at grazing the feet of his guru, taking his blessings. This is a shishya. This is another shishya. Look at him. He's using very punning words which are very painful for him to hear. There was some misunderstanding between Dronacharya and Drupada. And Drupada did a yagna to get a son to kill Dronacharya, and that was Drishtadumna. And Drishtadumna came to Dronacharya only later to learn art of fighting. And Dronacharya, not like Kamsa, who became crazy when he came to somebody who's going to kill him. He was very controlled. And he said, anyway, I'm going to die one day. So let me do my duty. Can you imagine what he did? He trained Drishtadumna art of fighting, who knows, and knowing he is one day going to kill him. Really very, very, very advanced personality. But such kind of liberal nature of his, Duryodhana is not appreciating. Look at him, what you do. You taught that idiot fighting, and now he is the one who knows you has, and he has arranged the army. Look at their army. Look, what a big army they brought, and it's all kind of fools like you who do this. Son of Drupada, uttering the word which will, incite him. So not what he should have done. If you meditate on Duryodhana, you can think of fear, you can think of jealousy. He speaks in this word, first chapter. I'm just taking the main essence. My request is, you should sit down today and read the whole chapter. Shloka, word meaning. It takes you around 2 to 3 hours if you want to really benefit, because in a short duration, can only do the essence. And then Duryodhana shows anger, he shows fear, he shows jealousy. He says, my army is so well controlled, taken care by Bhishma. There, Bhima doesn't know anything. He shows his jealousy for all emotions are there, like that. And again, you can see very clearly his face. Well painted, and that's what it is. Then, next thing, the Bhagavad Gita now talks about the conch blowing. There are a few shlokas coming here. Saghosha dhata rashtra nam hridayani vridharaya. So when the Kauravas blew the conch shell, which are much bigger in army, their army was almost double. There were 7 units, there were 11. Unit called Akshauhini. It's Akshauhini, the unit. So they were much bigger army, almost double. When they blew the conch shell, 100, Kauravas and Bhishma and Drona and all the army with drums prepared them. Pandavas are listening like this, okay? No issues. But in the Pandavas, it's just 5 of them, and with a much smaller army, blew the conch. Kaurava's heart started shaking in fear. So much confidence, so much confidence. जो डर गया वो मर गया. And you consider it shattered the heart of sons of Dhritarashtra. जो डर गया, even before war, their heart is shaking in fear. Their confidence. They have smaller army, but why they have confidence? Because they have made, this is a big joke today. I can spend an hour on that. They say all the successful, so-called successful jokers, they say, believe in yourself. Believe on what, sir? You are an insect. What are you going to believe on yourself? What is there to believe? You are an insect. Poof, you can be blown away like that. Believe on the Lord. Pandavas are believing on the Lord. Kauravas are believing on themselves. And that is, if you are like that, this will happen to you. A heart started shaking. Here it is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. It's important. Not only that, I calculated 9 symptoms from the situation which signify the Pandavas are going to win the war. If you're outsider watching and you have to give a running commentary like Sanjay is giving, you will say this match is won by the Pandavas. Why? They are in a holy place and they are holy people. Holy place affects holy people, not unholy people. That was the anxiety of Dhritarashtra. My God, they're going to holy place. Oh, these boys are all holy, these Pandavas. They will be favorably benefited. Divine chariot. Arjuna had a chariot given by Agni, by all Lords Krishna's arrangement. That chariot was like it could travel anywhere and it is practically invincible. Kapi Dhwaja. And that's a mood, Arjuna, begging the mercy. My dear Hanumana, you fought for Lord Rama. You are victorious. The same battle I have to fight today. Same Lord is there in front of me. The Lord Rama is here as Krishna. Please bless me. Very beautiful mood. That's a mood we should always have. Always taking blessing, not like Duryodhana insulting the elders. Shankanada. Now the conch shell blowing, I told you. Hridayani Vraya, the hearts are shaking. Jo dar gaya to mar gaya. Gandiva, Arjuna's Gandiva was also very special. So many weapons. When you see 2 armies, you will see the weapons. Weapons, and Arjuna had many. In fact, he didn't use all the weapons. He had so many weapons with him. And with that itself, he won the war. Pashupati Astra is one of them. So many Astras he had. Takta Jivata. This is a minor one, but just a small thing. Duryodhana's mouth, this statement came out. Go and read in the first chapter, locate this words. These people are ready to die for me. We should not speak in auspicious thing, idiot. Ye to marne wale hai. Nikal gaya. It came from his mouth. Then Moksha Ekadashi. Another, these all things are only benefit, auspicious. Holy people, holy day. It's just like yesterday was also an Ekadashi. So we are near an Ekadashi. Some parts of the world today is an Ekadashi. Bhagya Lakshmi, in fact in India, some parts of India today is Ekadashi. Bhagya Lakshmi, when Krishna is there, Lakshmi is there. Lakshmi is opulence, victory is there. And then finally, Rishikesha, Krishna is standing. I tell you, if I was in the position of Duryodhana, someone or another, I'll not go to the war. It's really stupid to go to a war when Narayana is standing again. And nothing you can do. When a huge astra was thrown, Krishna just stood up. The astra became garland and came on him. What are you going to do? He knows every weapon, how it can be countered. When Ashwatthama threw one weapon which is no counter, Krishna knew the counter. All of you lie down, this weapon will go away. Otherwise, they would have been killed. And there was when Jayadatta situation, Krishna created an artificial sunset with the Sudarshan. So Narayana on the other side, don't fight, idiot. He's lifting weapon or not lifting weapon. You cannot win against him. But that was the foolishness of Duryodhana. In fact, towards the end of the war, he was asking others, is he God or what? So these 9 things show that the war was on the side. Now let us look at Arjuna's situation. That's the conclusion of this chapter. Great personality. Compassion is not easy. Feeling for the pain of another person. This quality only a great person has, not everybody. The great acharyas, they preach out of compassion. Like Madhvacharya preached out of compassion. Not that he's going to get something. He's seeing people suffering and he speaks because of that. There is no profit for him. So Arjuna also, I'm going to show the shlokas by which, in fact, the second chapter, first shloka sums it up. Tam tata kripaya vishtam ashupunakshulekshanam vishidantam idam vakyam uvacha madhusudana. So kripaya means kripa. Kripa means compassion. So this is compassion, and one of the verses I've taken of the first chapter also. No enjoyment. Arjuna feels, what's the use? I don't find any benefit. Kya fayda hai? When I kill my grandfather, teacher, and my own brothers, and then I sit on the throne, I don't think I can enjoy a kingdom like that. So I don't want. This is pap, sin to do this. Family tradition, if I kill so many people there, their homes are broken. The children's and wife will be unprotected. All family samskaras will be destroyed. Very serious, deep reason. He's thinking very deeply. Indecision. And he's, everybody looking at him to fight. And so many other reasons. He's feeling confused now to fight or not to fight. That's, I put up another reason. 5 reasons. That has come from the second chapter, 6th. Okay, so Arjuna Uvacha, now the first region. Dishvemam swajanam Krishna yuyusam sabupastitam sidanti mama gatrani mukam cha parishushati. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and a mouth drying up. Not out of fear, out of compassion. He just cannot believe this is going to happen now. When he sees all the army, he says to Krishna, Senayor ubhayo madhye ratem sthape me achyuta. Krishna, take my chariot between the two armies. When he sees the opposite side, his own relatives standing to fight with him. My God, when I lift my Gandiva, hardly anybody is going to survive. And his compassion, they're going to die, all these people, my own relatives. Nachashe anupashyami hatva sajanam ahave nakangshe vijayam Krishna nacharajam sukhanicha. I don't feel any benefit. Oh, what good can come from killing my own kinsmen in this battle? Nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire in subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. Third, I told you the papam. Papam eva shayed asman hatvaitan atatainaha tasma narha vayam hantum dhartarashram swabandhavan swajanam hi katam hatva sukina shyama madhava. Every word for Krishna is using, there is a deep meaning, which we do it in the advanced course. Every word, every time Arjuna utters Krishna's name, there is a reason why he says Madhava. Oh Madhava, husband of goddess of fortune, you should create fortune for me. We are bringing misfortune. Every word is very carefully spoken. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of goddess of fortune? And how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? With the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family become involved in a religion. Kulakshaya pranashanti kuladharma sanatanaha dharmenaste kulam krishnam adharma abhibhavati yuta. न चैतद विद्महं कतरम नगरियो यद्वा जयेम यदिवा नो जयेयुः यान एव हत्वा न जिजीविषामस् ते अवस्थितः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्रः. Not do we know what is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. The sons of Dhritarashtra, with whom if we kill these people, we should not care to live as now standing before us on the battlefield. I don't know what should I do. Better to conquer them or we conquer. I'm confused. So it's showing confusion, indecision. So there are 5 reasons which I have summarized. Sometimes you can think about this: compassion, no enjoyment, sin, family tradition, destruction, and indecision. Very interesting fact is, many people say, I understood Bhagavad Gita without reading. Okay, that's your grade. Give me answers of these 5. You cannot give answer of these 5. Nobody can give answer. In fact, when I read first chapter, I thought Arjuna is correct. No, you actually feel is correct. So if you can answer this question, then you don't need to hear Gita, but you need to hear Gita and Krishna doesn't take much. Second chapter, he answers all the 5 questions. Then the Gita is expanded after that. That's a good teacher does. We have various indications of Krishna being the best teacher in this book. Number 1, you see in first chapter, he did not speak one word. Arjuna, look, that's the only thing he said. He was silent. Good teacher should be listening first. We don't listen. And also good teacher doesn't speak till student is also in a mood to listen. And when second chapter, Arjuna surrenders, Karperna dosha pata sabhava prichami tvam dharma samuda chetaha yashya nishitam bruhitan me shishyasteham sadimam tvam prapannam. When Arjuna surrendered, then Krishna speaks. Third, Krishna never got angry in the whole battle. Whole conversation, Krishna was smiling. So another thing, as a good teacher, we should not get angry. That's our weakness. Fourth, Krishna doesn't get, he smiles, yeah, he doesn't get angry. Fourth, he doesn't force Arjuna. He explains very nicely, smiling the whole Gita. At the end, asks Arjuna, Yatechasi tathakuru, do what you want to do. Another indication of good teacher. So many, as we read Bhagavad Gita, we can take Krishna showing to be a good teacher throughout. How we can learn from every angle Bhagavad Gita. So this was the chapter, but time is ending now. So let me finish. My class will always finish in 1 hour. After that, those who want can stay for question answers. Dhritarashtra's inquiry 1.1, Kim Akurvata Sanjaya, Duryodhana's fear 1.2 to 11, Mahadim Chamom, itni badi army, such a big army. Blowing of the conch shells, that is Hridayani Vradharayat. Kaurava's hearts were shaking in fear. That happened 1.12 to 1.19. Arjuna's observation of the battlefield. Gandivam samshute hastat. After seeing the battlefield, the Gandhi was slipping from his hand. Arjuna's reason not to fight, 1.28 to 1.46, and the chapter closes. Apratikaram ashastrami concludes, even if they attack me, I'm not going to retaliate. I don't want to fight this war.